In this video, we are going to be going over how you can get your first Titanic inside of Pets Go. Now, inside of Pets Go, it has become much easier to getting a Titanic because of the roll combo, in which I'm going to be showing you how you could use this to your opportunities and get yourself a Titanic just like the one I have inside of the game. Now, depending on what you possess inside of the game, including game passes and other items inside of the game, it will determine the likelihood of you getting a Titanic, but I'm going to be showing you every single method of getting one and which ones I believe are the best I'll be mentioning in this video. Anyways, let's get right into the first method. So obviously, nowadays inside of Pets Go, they have added in this thing called the roll combo, in which what it is when you roll inside of the game, you will have an increased luck every time you roll more and more. Now, how it works is really simple. Essentially, just have auto roll on, and every time you roll, it will add towards this roll combo. Now, obviously, in order to get yourself a Titanic, not everyone will be able to hatch one, so you may have to trade for one, but using this roll combo, it will help you get closer to getting one. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, if you have auto roll on, especially if you have the 12 dice game pass, it will make it a lot easier for you to get a ton of pets, in which when your roll combo is super high, I would recommend it being somewhere in the tens of thousands. Now, what happens is, since the roll combo is really high, what happens is your probability of hatching a huge pet will increase as significantly as it possibly can, which will increase the likelihood of you getting one, and that will be a really great starter to you getting a Titanic. Now, obviously, inside of the game, you don't necessarily want to get a huge anymore, especially with how easy it is to get a huge. So, what I would recommend after you get a huge is to sell it immediately for gems, especially if huges are in high demand at the current time. Now, the next thing you want to do is take those gems and go into the trading plaza. Now, why do you want to go into the trading plaza? Well, inside of the trading plaza, you want to buy yourself something called a god potion. Now, what a god potion is this potion that increases the luck on every single pet you roll inside of the game. And the reason why you want this potion specifically is because when you have an increase in your roll combo, especially when it is in the tens of thousands, you want to get ready to start using those potions. And the reason why is because since your luck combo is already really high due to the roll combo, when using those potions, it will drastically increase your luck across the board, which will not only almost guarantee you getting something really good, but also giving you a really good chance of getting yourself a Titanic. Now, how do you get your roll combo really high? Well, the best approach I have found is by using an auto clicker inside of the game. The best auto clicker is OP auto clicker, but you can use any auto clicker you like. Now, the second thing I would recommend is for you to also get some game passes, in which they will help you inside of the game. So the best game passes in my recommendations will be the Hyper Dice, the Diamond Printer, and the 12 dice game pass, because they all have their own unique functions, but they will drastically help you increase your probability of getting your first Titanic inside of Pets Go. Now, obviously, this is not a free method technically, but it will help you a lot, in which is your goal. So if you really want to get a Titanic and you want to maximize on your allocative efficiency, those are the 3 game passes I would suggest you get inside of this game. Now, the next method is very simple, and that is by maxing out every single upgrade inside of the game. The reason why you want to max out every single upgrade is due to the potential growth that it will have on your gameplay. Specifically, you want to maximize on the luckier upgrades, the egg upgrades. And the reason behind this is because with an upgrade in the amount of eggs you can hatch inside of the game, including what type of eggs, how many pets you can equip, and so many other functions, this will directly contribute to your rolling abilities, which will affect your chance of getting a Titanic. Obviously, for new players inside of the game, it will be very difficult for you to upgrade all the way to the max. But for a more experienced player, most of you have already upgraded all of them, so you don't have to necessarily worry about this. But just as a friendly reminder, always make sure to have your upgrades maximized. They will be very helpful. Now, as I mentioned earlier, you want to maximize on your allocative efficiency, in which I would recommend you also grind inside of event worlds and different islands and different mini games inside of Pets Go. Now, obviously, the best one is always going to be the newest one, which right now is the farming world. And the reason why you want to grind inside areas like this is because you are both able to roll inside of the game and you are able to get gems and other items from grinding inside areas like this one. Now, above that, you can also get huge pets from just grinding in these worlds. So not only are you increasing your chance of getting a Titanic, but you're also getting extra rewards, which will speed up the process of you being able to trade for one in the scenario that you don't hatch one. Now that you know about that, how can you actually hatch a Titanic inside of the game? Well, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video about the God Potions, the only possibility that I've seen so far to guarantee you a really good chance of actually hatching one is by AFKing inside of a private server for roughly a week, or even in a public server it's fine, but I would suggest a private server due to the lower lag and the lower ping inside of the game. Now, obviously, you're gonna probably have to have your computer just on idle and AFKing, which only works if you have an auto clicker. So first, I would suggest you get an auto clicker, place it somewhere on your screen that doesn't interfere with the gameplay, and then second of all, have the game running and rolling non-stop for roughly a week before using your God Potions. Now, for people who just play this game once in a while for fun and all that such, you may think this is ridiculous, but for those who are actually dedicated to getting a Titanic, these are the extreme measures that you have to take to in order to get one from rolling. Now, it does not guarantee that you will roll one, but it will increase your probability very significantly in the sense that you will have a lot of opportunities to get stuff in between. And above all of that, your roll combo will be extremely high, which will increase your luck. Now, even if you don't end up rolling a Titanic, you will most likely hatch at least one or two huge from rolling in the game. And using those huges, you can sell them for gems. Use the gems to get a Titanic eventually. Now, obviously, since huges are not necessarily worth a lot inside of the game, you probably will have a struggle and will probably take you a lot of time just to get yourself the Titanic. But as time does matter, I would suggest that you also try to trade your huges for better huges and using that as an investment tool, which will grow inside of your inventory in value, and then selling it later for more gems. Now, obviously, I've mentioned many different things you could do inside of the game. Out of all the recommendations, I would suggest you own at least the Diamond Printer Game Pass and the 12 Dice Game Pass to maximize on the amount of gems you get inside of Pets Go. Now, you can obviously always trade inside of the plaza, in which I would suggest you do if you're good at it. That will most definitely help you get more gems, which you could obviously use to get a Titanic. But what do you guys think inside of the game? What is your best strategy in getting a Titanic? Have you already gone one? Let me know down below in the comments. But other than that, I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace.